The city never slept. Its towering skyscrapers glowed throughout the night, and at the very top of the tallest building sat a man who had everything money could buy. His name was Alexander Hayes. At just 52 years old, he was one of the richest men in the world. His company operated in more than 70 countries. He owned luxury homes on 3 continents, flew in a private jet, and had more money than he could spend in 10 lifetimes. To the world, Alexander was the definition of success. But there was one thing nobody knew. He hadn't truly smiled in years. Alexander wasn't born rich. He grew up in a small town where his father worked long hours as a mechanic and his mother taught at a local school. Money was always tight. When he was 12 years old, he overheard his parents talking one night. "We can't afford it," his father said quietly. His mother sighed. "I know, but I don't want the children to worry." Those words stayed with Alexander forever. That night, he made himself a promise. "One day, I'll become so rich that my family will never worry about money again." It was a beautiful dream. Unfortunately, it slowly became an obsession. Alexander studied harder than everyone else. While his friends played football, he read business books. While others enjoyed holidays, he learned computer programming and finance. By 25, he had started his own technology company. The first years were brutal. He slept on an old sofa in his office. Sometimes he skipped meals because he couldn't afford food after paying his employees. There were nights when he wondered if he should quit. But every morning he remembered the promise he had made as a child. He kept going. Years passed. His company exploded in success. Investors poured in millions. New offices opened across the country. Then across the world. Magazine covers called him a genius. Television interviews praised him as the future of business. Awards filled his office shelves. The little boy who feared poverty had become a billionaire. Everyone admired him. Everyone wanted to be him. But success came with a price. Alexander began working 16 hours a day. Then 18. Soon he worked almost every waking hour. Breakfast became coffee. Lunch became energy drinks. Dinner became fast food eaten inside expensive cars while driving to another meeting. Exercise. There isn't enough time. Sleep. I'll sleep after I become even more successful. Vacations. A waste of productivity. His assistant constantly reminded him to slow down. His wife begged him to spend weekends with the family. His children invited him to school events. He always had the same answer. "I'll make it up next time." Next time never came. Years turned into decades. His children grew up without him. Family photographs showed an empty space where their father should have been. Birthdays. Graduations. Anniversaries. He missed almost all of them. Each time he promised. Just one more deal. Just one more year. Then I'll have time. But success has a dangerous habit. The finish line keeps moving. One Monday morning, Alexander entered the boardroom to announce another billion-dollar acquisition. Halfway through his presentation, he suddenly stopped. The room spun. His vision blurred. He tried to speak again. Nothing came out. Then he collapsed. Silence filled the room. Minutes later, an ambulance rushed him to the hospital. When Alexander opened his eyes, he saw white walls instead of glass skyscrapers. Machines surrounded his bed. His body felt weak. A doctor entered quietly. "Mr. Hayes." Alexander smiled confidently. "I'll recover quickly. I have meetings next week." The doctor didn't smile. "I'm afraid your body has been warning you for years." Alexander's smile disappeared. "What do you mean?" The doctor placed several medical reports on the table. severe heart disease, extremely high blood pressure, advanced diabetes, chronic stress, exhaustion. The doctor looked directly into his eyes. You built an incredible business. But you destroyed the only body you'll ever have. For the first time in decades. Alexander had nothing to say. Weeks passed inside the hospital. The phone never stopped ringing. Business partners, lawyers, investors, executives. Everyone wanted decisions. But something strange happened. The company continued running. Meetings happened without him. Deals were completed without him. The world didn't stop. For years, Alexander believed he was indispensable. Now he realized. Life moved on. With or without him. One afternoon he looked out of the hospital window. Across the street he noticed a small park. Children laughed while chasing each other. Parents smiled. An elderly couple walked hand in hand. Nobody there looked rich. Yet they looked happier than he had been in years. He whispered to himself. When was the last time I laughed like that? He couldn't remember. The next day his daughter visited. She was 26. Beautiful. Confident. Kind. She sat quietly beside his bed. I almost didn't recognize you, Alexander whispered. She smiled sadly. I've changed a lot. He nodded. I know. There was a long silence. Finally he asked. Are you angry with me? She hesitated. I don't hate you, Dad. But I grew up waiting for you. Those words hit harder than any illness. She continued. I never wanted your money. I wanted your time. Alexander closed his eyes. Tears rolled down his face. He had spent billions trying to build a perfect future, while missing the moments that truly mattered. Months later, Alexander slowly recovered. The doctors gave him one final warning. If you continue living the way you did, you won't get another chance. This time, he listened. Alexander made decisions that shocked the business world. He stepped down as CEO. He reduced his working hours. He canceled unnecessary meetings. He hired leaders he trusted. He sold several luxury properties he never visited. Then he did something even more surprising. He spent mornings walking with his wife. He had breakfast with his children. He visited his aging parents every week. He exercised. He learned to cook healthy meals. He laughed again. People criticized him. They say you've lost your ambition. Alexander smiled. No. I finally found it. Years later, Alexander was invited to speak at an international business conference. Thousands of entrepreneurs filled the auditorium. Everyone expected him to reveal the secrets behind building a billion-dollar company. Instead, he held up two photographs. The first showed him standing beside his private jet. The audience applauded. The second showed him lying in a hospital bed. The room became silent. Alexander looked across the audience and said, I spent 40 years becoming rich. And only 4 weeks discovering what real wealth is. He paused before continuing. If someone offered me another $1 billion in exchange for losing my health again, my answer would be no. Then he smiled. The greatest investment you'll ever make isn't in stocks, or real estate, or business. It's your health. Because when your health disappears, everything else loses its value. The audience stood and applauded for several minutes. Many wiped tears from their eyes. Some called their families as soon as the event ended. Others scheduled medical checkups they had been postponing for years. Alexander's speech didn't make people richer. It made them wiser. Moral of the story. Many people spend their health to earn money, and later spend their money trying to regain their health. Don't wait for a hospital bed to remind you what truly matters. Take care of your body. Spend time with the people you love. Build your dreams, but never sacrifice your life to achieve them. Because the greatest wealth in the world isn't measured by the money you own, it's measured by the health, time, and relationships you still have.
If this story touched your heart or inspired you to keep moving forward, take a moment to like this video and share it with someone who needs to hear this message today. Leave a comment below and tell us, what lesson did you learn from this story? We'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoy motivational stories, life lessons, and inspiring journeys that help you grow, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new story. Remember, every great achievement begins with a single decision to never give up. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next story.